Dear friends, tensions are rising in the United States over the potential immediate removal of Donald Trump from the presidency. This is not about impeachment or new elections but about a legal mechanism enshrined in the U.S. Constitution that allows for swift action in crisis situations. Increasingly, the 25th Amendment to the Constitution is being mentioned as a possible tool to address the current political crisis. What is the 25th Amendment? The 25th Amendment was ratified in 1967, following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy, to establish a clear mechanism for transferring power if the president becomes physically or mentally incapable of performing their duties. This amendment is designed to ensure government stability and continuity of leadership. It's important to emphasize, this is not a political coup but a clearly defined constitutional process. Under the amendment, if the vice president and a majority of the cabinet determine that the president is incapacitated, they can temporarily transfer power to the vice president. If the president contests this decision, Congress has 21 days to confirm the president's incapacity with a two-thirds vote in both chambers, the Senate and the House of Representatives, after which the president is permanently removed from their duties. Why is the 25th Amendment relevant now? In recent times, concerns about Donald Trump's mental state have been growing both in the U.S. and globally. These are not mere rumors or political speculation. Numerous experts, including psychiatrists and psychologists, have pointed to alarming signs that may indicate serious cognitive impairments in the president. Dr. John Gartner, a renowned psychotherapist and former instructor at Johns Hopkins University Medical School, has publicly stated that Trump shows clear signs of progressive dementia. According to Gartner, the president confuses words, fails to complete sentences, jumps between topics without logical coherence, and exhibits increasingly impulsive behavior. Gartner emphasizes that these symptoms align with the later stages of dementia, and he is not alone in this assessment. Thousands of mental health professionals have signed a petition urging attention to the president's condition, viewing it as their professional and ethical duty. Troubling signs in Trump's behavior. Leading U.S. media outlets, such as the New York Times and the Washington Post, have highlighted changes in Trump's rhetoric. Analysis of his public speeches shows that he increasingly uses negative language, employs profanity, and demonstrates a loss of self-control. For instance, Trump has repeatedly mixed up the names of political figures, attributed false facts to himself, and made erroneous claims about his family's background. Notably, he claimed his father was born in Germany, when in fact, it was his grandfather. Experts argue that such mistakes are not merely signs of aging, they may point to serious cognitive issues. Political and public resonance. Discussion of the 25th Amendment is gaining momentum not only in the U.S. but also internationally. Political analysts note that Trump's unpredictability could pose risks to national security and global stability. On social media platforms like X, opinions are divided. Some believe invoking the 25th Amendment is necessary to protect the country, while others see it as an attempt to exert political pressure on the sitting president. Critics of the amendment warn that its use could trigger an unprecedented political crisis, as it would mark the first time in U.S. history that a president is removed due to health concerns. Meanwhile, supporters argue that ignoring evident problems could lead to even more catastrophic consequences. What's next? As of now, there have been no official statements from the vice president or cabinet members about initiating the 25th Amendment process. However, increasingly vocal discussions in the media and among experts may push for serious consideration of this issue. If the process is launched, it will require swift and coordinated action from key political figures and congressional support. Dear friends, the situation in the U.S. remains tense, and the 25th Amendment is emerging not only as a legal tool but also as a symbol of the struggle for stability in uncertain times. Will it be invoked? That depends on political will, public pressure, and, most importantly, the assessment of the president's condition. Let's keep watching. These events could reshape history.